Ubisoft has finally confirmed a new Ghost Recon is coming, and I should be excited. I want to be excited, but the more I hear about it, the more I just wish it was Wildlands 2. Not Breakpoint, not some experimental first-person reboot, just more of what made Wildlands unforgettable. In this video, I want to break down everything we know so far about the next Ghost Recon, what fans have been saying, and why I think Ubisoft potentially could be taking the wrong lesson from its past. And before we dive in, what do you want from the next Ghost Recon game? Do you want third or first person? Drop it in the comments. I'll be jumping in and replying to these all week. So, here's what we know. According to GameSpot, Ubisoft quietly confirmed the new Ghost Recon during a recent financial report. There was no big trailer or any sort of gameplay drop, just a little note that a new mainline entry is officially in development. IGN has also since followed up, saying the game is about to enter internal alpha testing, and Insider Gaming jumped on this and confirmed this is codenamed Project Over. We also know that it's currently being built by Ubisoft Paris, which is the same studio behind both Breakpoint and Wildlands. But the twist came from an investor Q&A during Ubisoft's earnings call. Ubisoft's CEO was directly asked what perspective the new Ghost Recon would use, and he answered quite clearly that the game will be first person. And just like that, Ghost Recon's identity was back in question. And the fan base, it seems to be split, but not quiet. Reddit threads linked to these articles lit it up with debate. One of the top voted comments under the IGN article thread said, "I've been with Ghost Recon since the beginning. I welcome a return to FPS, but only if it's slow, tactical, and not COD style nonsense." Another reply under the GameSpot article read, "If it's anything like Wildlands, I'm wholeheartedly in. If it's more like Breakpoint or a Siege knockoff, help me out." However, personally myself, I'm still going to give it a try with an open mind. A reboot of the tactical first-person style could surprise me. And some old-school fans are excited to see a return to Ghost Recon's roots as a first-person tactical shooter like the original games. Myself, a massive fan of Wildlands' third-person tactical approach, is nervous how this is going to play out. A lot of us, especially who came in with Wildlands, it feels like Ubisoft's chasing trends again, instead of refining what already worked and the major feedback from fans. Let me be honest, Wildlands was never perfect. The story could be seen as repetitive, the enemy AI could be really janky, and yeah, some of the voice acting wasn't great. But the feeling of Wildlands, that squad-based, open-world tactical gameplay, that was magic. You had a massive map to explore, full of verticality, a hell of a lot of enemy patrols, and really well done weather systems. And in missions, you could go in loud, stealthy, or sometimes sit back and just let the rebels handle it. And the third-person camera really made it all work and come together. You could really feel your character's movement, you could read the terrain well, and you weren't just aiming, you were positioning. You could almost oversee the battlefield. It felt like you were actually controlling that unit, not just a weapon. When Breakpoint tried to modernize that with loot systems and survival mechanics, it kinda lost its identity to me. It was a step too far away from what I believe was a fantastic formula. And even Ubisoft themselves admitted that it didn't land well. They walked back a lot of the gear systems and shifted back towards what players had loved in Wildlands. Now, look, I do get it, and I do understand. The original Ghost Recons were first person. They were slow, methodical, and brutally realistic. Hardcore tactical milsims. If you're a long-time fan who played Ghost Recon back in the day, this upcoming FPS shift might feel like a return home. It might feel like this is built just for you. and I respect it. But for me, Wildlands was really where the series finally came into its own. The third-person style gave us situational awareness, squad control, and a real sense of being in the world. It wasn't just the nostalgia, it was design that empowered that tactical freedom. And looking at it, a first-person camera really can limit the freedom. It does tighten your view, your options, and your ability to coordinate. Unless they build entirely new mechanics to compensate, this potentially could risk turning Ghost Recon into just another typical FPS, instead of the unique tactical experience it became. What I hoped for wasn't a reinvention, it was more of a refinement. A Wildlands 2, a sequel to my favourite. A new setting, maybe Africa or Asia, better AI, smarter enemies, true co-op integration with crossplay, and expanded stealth mechanics. I wanted to keep it third person. I wanted to keep the open world. Focus on tactics, not twitch reflexes or flashy gadgets. The soul of Ghost Recon for me lives in that blend of strategy, freedom, and realism that Wildlands captured quite nicely. And with the tools that Ubisoft have now, a true sequel could have meant something special. Instead, it feels like they're starting over, again. And that could go well, or it might not. So yeah, Ghost Recon is back, but it's also changing. And whilst I'll keep an open mind and I'll play it through as the experience is, I can't help feel a little disappointed. Not because I hate first-person shooters or anything, but because Ubisoft already had something great, and I feel like they're walking away from it. I hope that I'm wrong. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you excited for a first-person reboot? Do you think a return to classical tactical sim is a good step in the right direction, or a misstep away from what made Wildlands so fun? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'll be replying to these all week. Hit like if you feel the same way I do, and subscribe if you want more real discussions without the hype. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one.